This video tutorial is sponsored by Skillshare, an online learning community with thousands of classes on all kinds of topics. Through classes on Skillshare, I've explored illustration, iPhone photography, how to establish a creative workflow, and more. I actually first tried Skillshare because I was trying to find classes on Procreate. The first class I took was Digital Illustration, Learn to Use Procreate by Jaron Vogel. And if you're ever curious about something, it's easy to find a class on Skillshare to download and watch when you have those weird pockets of time when you're waiting for something. I watched Skillshare classes while my son was taking karate classes. He got a black belt, and I figured out the basics of digital illustration. For less than $10 a month for the premium annual membership, I can honestly say it's been totally worth it for me. I've had that membership for years now. So as someone who uses it all the time and love it, I was all heck yeah when they offered to sponsor this video tutorial. If you'd like to try Skillshare, the first 1,000 people to use the link in my video description will get a free trial of premium membership. So if you have a limited time and want to feel like you're moving forward towards your creative goals, it's definitely something to try. Hey there, this is Jen Swift from wellcraftedstudio.com, and today's tutorial is how to make laptop skins with your Cricut. So it's a quick and easy tutorial. I'm going to give you a blank one so you can customize your own, or you can use one that I've made. I actually made several. So go ahead, hit subscribe, and let's get started. Today's tutorial on how to make laptop screens with your Cricut is going to come with 2 freebies. So you're just going to want to hop on over to my blog at wellcraftedstudio.com, and you'll be able to pick up this Kathy Heller quote that we're going to be using. Now, I did both of these in Procreate, and this one is the one freebie, but then I'm also going to be giving you guys a blank version so that you can add your own text in Cricut Design Space. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. It's super easy, and you're going to love what you get. Step 1 is to download the design. So I'm going to go to wellcraftedstudio.com, and you want to go to the free library. Click on that. It's password protected, but free to my subscribers. And once you're in, you're going to want to go all the way down to printable art and stickers, and you'll find the design here. So click on the purpose laptop skin, and then download it and open it up in your files. And we're going to go right on over to Cricut Design Space. Step 2 is to open up your design into Cricut Design Space. So I'm on the home page, and I've got new project here. And here we go with the new canvas. So now I want to go down to the left side toolbar here and grab the upload icon. That brings me to the uploaded images page. And we're going to do upload image and then browse. And then off your off your desktop, you go ahead and grab whichever design it is that you want. We will do this one right now. Open. Save it as a complex file. And then you can see how it imported with that transparent edge. So that is what we want. Do continue. And now with this latest update, Cricut isn't pre-selecting for you. So you do need to click on print and cut image. Upload. And so even though I size these to actually go right into Cricut Design Space at the right size for print and cut, for some reason Cricut's been making things much bigger than they need to be when they insert. So insert image, here we go, and you can see that it is not 6.75 but 9.25. But we're going to go ahead and size that down in the next step. Okay, so Cricut brings things in a little bit large. So step 3 is to go ahead and size your design. So you can see here there's the little warning thing, and it's telling us that this is too large for print and cut. So I'm going to select my design, and then up in the size in the top toolbar, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to unlock it first. And then I'm going to go ahead and change this width to 9.25, and I'll do return. And then I'm going to change the height to 6.75 and return. Now I'm going to go ahead and lock that baby up, and this actually is ready to go for my laptop. So I have a MacBook Pro, and I know that this measurement actually works really well. However, if you have something smaller, you can just easily change the size of this. And if you have something larger and would like this to be larger, then there is a workaround that I kind of talk about in my blog post a little bit for those that would like that. But we're going to go with this, and actually in the next step, I'm going to show you guys how to add your own text. Okay, step 4 is to add some text. So this as I said before, you guys, if you wanted to go ahead and just use the quote that I've already provided, then you were ready to go after step 3. But if you'd like to add some text, I went ahead and uploaded the blank one that is also in the zip file that you got. And I'm going to go ahead and add something here. So I'm going to do live. Kind of size it to how I think it's going to go. And then I'm going to go ahead and do another one that says inspired. So this comes up as Cricut Sans. If I'd like to play with this and try different fonts, I can do that. There's the system fonts, which are the ones that are on my computer, and then the Cricut fonts, and then there's all. So let's go to Cricut fonts and try Cherry Limeade. Just gonna put in Cherry. There we go. And let's see. Let's do a cursive for this. All right, there we go. So we've got live inspired. I like to do the words separately because then I can do some different, I have more options because they're separate. But for this one, if you guys are familiar with this at all, you know that Cricut does this weird thing where things aren't necessarily connected the way they're supposed to be. And so you can kind of fix that with the letter spacing, but if it's not exactly, you can go ahead and ungroup the letters by going to the advanced options in the text panel. So I'm going to go ahead and scooch these how I wanted. And if you need to go ahead and make it bigger to do so, you can. Move that aside for the moment. Oops. And once you've got it the way you want it, just go down here to weld. And now it's all one. Okay, so we have live, inspired, and let's change this to, let's see, advanced colors. It's already telling me that I'm using these colors already. So maybe we'll go ahead and grab one of those. Yep. Okay, so we've got live inspired. And I like it, so I'm going to go ahead and select both of these by clicking and dragging, and then I'm going to go down to flatten. So now, go ahead and try these a little bit, and one of the nice things is you can unflatten if you've decided that you want to change these or move things around or change things a little bit. You can also go ahead and do the undo button as well. But I'm going to go and select both of these and go to align and then center. And then I will just flatten again, actually. So now we have our single print and cut. And we're going to go and hit make it. Okay, so actually I decided to scooch back here a moment and change the lettering on my inspired to blue. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you step 5, which is to print the design. So we're actually just going to hide this one and work with this one now. So I'm going to be using the Decals inkjet print paper, printable vinyl, and it is water resistant permanent sticker sheet. But it has a really nice, I really like the look of it, and it works really well on my laptop. And the reason we're using printable vinyl and not sticker paper is even the clear sticker paper can rip really easily. And this printable vinyl, we want it to be able to pull it on and pull it off, and the vinyl will do that for us. And when you're doing laptop skins, you want to make sure that you're not damaging the tech that you're using at all. So you need to make sure you have that easy removal. So we're going to go ahead now and do make it. So here with the step 5, we're going to print it. And looks good. I'm going to do continue. And now it's send to the printer. And so I did send to printer, it brings me the print setup. And we're going to toggle off that bleed because we don't want it. And we're going to toggle on the system dialog. Now you don't need to do this, you can just go ahead and print through Cricut like this. But I want the option of choosing the rear feed. So in order to bring that up, I have to do print and then minimize. And now that's going to bring up my box here, and so I'm using my Crafter's printer from Canon, and I really like that it has this rear feed option. So I'm going to do a rear tray, and the reason I like it is because everything just goes right through it instead of actually trying to flip it over inside. So we're going to do that, and we're going to hit print. Step 6 is to seal your design. Now this is another optional step. I didn't actually do it with my, when I did this for my laptop, because my laptop isn't going to get wet. It's not going to get, a lot of smearing or anything like that. And so I just didn't do it. But if you're going to sell these, you might want to seal these. And I used this Krylon Crystal Clear. I've also used Mod Podge Matte, which gives it kind of a nice matte look to it. But really, a lot of people have recommended the Krylon UV Protectant as well. It's really kind of up to you guys. You can also use a cold laminating sheet that's self-adhesive, or you can use a thermal sheet as well. If you do that, then what you do is you put it in the pouch and you put them two of them back to back like that, and then cut them apart. So that's an option that you can use, and we'll get into that in another video, but for today, I just wanted to let you guys know that that is an option that you can do. Okay, so step 7 is to cut your print and cut. So I have these both printed out, but I went ahead and I put one of these on already. So I'm using a light grip cutting mat, and the reason I like to use this for anything sticker that's paper backed is because it's less likely to tear once you're done. You can use it if your light grip isn't sticky anymore. You can use a standard grip that's less sticky. So it's up to you, but that's why I like to use the light grip mat. And now that we've gone ahead and printed, we have to set our base material. So rather than use printable vinyl, which is actually what we're using, we're going to use premium vinyl setting. And the reason for that is that Cricut this is their printable vinyl. So this is the setting that they think works best for their printable vinyl. Just like their sticker paper is a cardstock sticker paper, so if you use this for regular sticker paper, it's going to be too much pressure. So rather than go with that one, I've been testing it with the premium vinyl setting. So we're going to go ahead and choose that. And we're just going to load that in. And now I've been doing a lot of engraving, so my star wheels are all the way to the side here. And when you use print and cut especially, you want to have an even feed, and so you do want to go ahead and move those. Now we're going to see if we can go ahead and print these without it, or with it reading the sensor marks. Because this is pretty glossy, we might need to go ahead and do the trick where you put transparent tape around it instead, and just kind of get rid of some of that gloss. But we're going to give this girl a shot. Okay, so before you unload, you're going to want to just take a corner here and peel back a little bit and make sure that it's cut all the way through. This actually didn't cut all the way through the first time, and so I did this, and because it didn't cut all the way through, I had the option of hitting that C Cricut Go button again, because I had not unloaded my mat, and it just repeated the cut. So this the second time's a charm. So we're going to go ahead now and unload this. And I'm going to flip my mat over and peel the mat away from, oops, and then it got stuck. And peel my mat away from it. And there we've cut it. Step 8 is to trim your vinyl. So we're just going to go ahead and slide this in. I'm using a trimmer today, but you can use a guillotine cutter or whatever. And I'm just going to cut off those black lines. Like so. And then I would go all the way around. Now an option if you don't want to just do that is you can go ahead and, let's see, I'll show you. You can just go ahead and peel those off. So like so. That works really easy too. So step 9 is to apply the decal. So I've got my decal and I bent it back, the backing, so it was about even with the edge here. You could just cut it too. That works out really well. And what I'm going to do is create a kind of hinge. So I'll put some tape right there at the edge. And then I'm going to line up. Let's do it this way. I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to use my ruler to double check that it's kind of situated correctly. And I'll use this edge to make sure that it's straight. And then just gonna go ahead, and you have to really press this down and be kind of careful because it wants to come up. And then we just go ahead and hinge that up, and we can start kind of pulling. And then as we pull, I'm going to smooth out the air bubbles. Kind of out to the side and then back. And that's where these key cards or the old cards are really nice because they have some flux to them. I tried using this and it just kind of popped little bubbles. And that's not what we want. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing this. Like so. And now one of the nice things about the printable vinyl is if you have some spots that you need to get, you can go ahead and peel it back and then keep going. And you don't want to scrape, scrape too much either. Like you don't want to scrape the surface. I guess that would be an argument for sealing it, but this works really well too. And there's a bubble, but there you go. You guys get the idea. Ta-da! And now if I did want to go ahead and remove this, I actually had one on here that I took off so I could show you guys. If I did want to take it off, it really does remove really, really well. So the one I had on before was over a year old, and it peeled off super easy like this. So yeah, there we go. So what do you guys think? Talk about a quick and easy Cricut tutorial, huh? So if you would like to go ahead and make your own laptop screens, I have them over at wellcraftedstudio.com, the blank ones, as well as some other ones that I created because it was fun, and I love Procreate. And if you would like to use Procreate to make your own, I do have several tutorials right here on this channel that I would love to have you check out. So go ahead, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.